to ETBU Extra on the ETBU Sportsnet. Hi, I'm Mike Nickiff along with Jason Souls. We're live from CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas, where you can join us each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. here in Marshall and have the buffet, including the drink for just $5. I like it to be just
Yeah,
$1, Jason.
we
would love to give away for $1. Everybody out there going, all right, I paid $5, but it's just $5 including the drink. We appreciate the folks being partners with us this year on ETBU Extra, live from CC's in Marshall, Texas. Well, we just heard from the head football coach, Joshua Earl. Now we have with us as our guest, Alex Shetter. He's one of those seniors who'll be playing their last game as a Tiger. And Alex, first of all, kind of tell us your journey. How did you get to ETBU to play football?
Well, I just started out at Sul Ross for 2 years, and then we were going through some coaching changes, and, you know, Coach Walden and Coach Churchman came out here. My parents had just moved to Tyler, and then the opportunity presented itself, and I took a trip out here and met Coach Ergel and was just like, man, I need to play for this guy. He's turning this program around. I want to be a Tiger.
We got to ask him this question. He's from Crane, Texas, which is out in West Texas. You played 2 years at Sul Ross State University. What do you do in Sul Ross State? I know the Walmart's an hour away. What do college students do in Sul Ross?
We take trips to Walmart. And then, I mean, there's deer on campus, so we just sit outside, watch the deer, run by, and hang out with each other just like we do here.
Have you ever made the trip to Alpine to watch the Tigers play at Sul Ross? It's beautiful out there in West Texas. But, Alex, glad to have you here. I know your mom's a superintendent in Winona School District. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Glad that you moved to East Texas. Kind of tell us, you're a senior. We would talk about how great the offensive line has done this year. What do you like about playing for the Tigers and the group of men you have around you each day as you snap that football?
I just like the brotherhood we have. You know, we have Mike Garcia, who's a senior, Landon Boffman, and Charles Williams. You know, we're all seniors, and we get along really well, especially, like, in the spring is when we started gelling together and becoming one group. And T. Scott, he's a sophomore, but, you know, we kept him under our wing, and he's going to lead the Tigers for the next 2 years. He's really, really good, and, you know, just the brotherhood that we have up front, even with the freshmen, you know, trying to teach them, like, what we do and how to be a great offensive lineman. So that's just the brotherhood as an offensive lineman.
Alex, talk a little bit about this weekend. Coach talks about the Tiger Walk. This will be your last one. Talk about what you think you're going to be thinking. I know that's subject to change, but talk a little bit about how that is and what kind of experience it is to make that Tiger Walk.
I just want to just absorb everything and, you know, just make the best out of it. It's going to be my last one, and it's pretty bittersweet. It's hard to let go of football. So I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can, just more than usual, instead of just being just as focused on the game, just trying to enjoy the atmosphere one last time.
And kind of carry that over through the week. This is, you know, kind of the last official week of practice. I know some of the August practices you may not be as excited to go out to, but has that changed a little bit, knowing this could be, you know, the last time you strap it on with a game at the end of it?
Oh, yeah, it's very much so. I mean, just going out, having a great time, you know, maybe throwing a couple more jokes during practice, just trying to have a good time and enjoy this last week of practice.
Well, Alex, you play center for the Tigers. We're number 52, so when you come to the game Saturday at 1 p.m. against Hardenberg, look for number 52. One thing I always want to ask a center, with the quarterback in the shotgun or in the pistol, is that snap is actually that you make to him. That's a blind snap, isn't it? How do you keep it on target every time?
Well, you know, it's not always on target if you ask Josh Warrington, so, but, I mean.
Quarterbacks.
Yeah. But, I mean, I always take responsibility for that. It's my job to get it back there. So, yes, it is blind. So I just throw it back there and hope someone catches it.
I'm amazed at centers how they do that, because that is a blind snap. And what about when someone lines up over you, like a middle linebacker, ready to come in and just to trounce you? What's going through your mind then?
Well, I mean, especially as a sophomore, I had a couple false starts because I was sitting there. I was like, I don't know what to do, and, you know, kind of fake snapped it. But, you know, it's just you got to keep your head up and just snap it, throw it back there, and try and block the best you can. So.
Alex Shetter, our guest here on ETBU Extra, one of the seniors on our squad playing their last game this Saturday. What would you like to tell the people that are coming up behind you how to carry on the Tiger tradition of playing football here at ETBU?
It's really just working hard, especially in off season. That's really where, you know, especially freshman offensive linemen need to. You know, your body changes and you just get stronger and more physical, and that's really where our freshmen need to work. And I mean, just keep grinding. It's a grind for 4 years. It's hard on your body. It's hard on your mind, and just keep going. That's what you get mentally tough through all of that, through all off season and everything.
Gotcha. We always like to ask, who's the guy on the defensive line that you hate going against in practice every day?
Well, I mean, there's just one freshman. He's just really strong, and we go against him every day in team versus scouts, and he just comes off the ball. And his name's Callahan, and he has a great future. He's really strong. He comes off the ball. He plays really hard. But as against the the ones in the varsity, it'd probably have to be either Ja'Cory or Oliver. They're really good with their hands. They're strong. They're stout. It's hard to move. So.
Cool.
That's a good question.
I could
Jason.
agree.
I agree with you, too. I would not want to face them as well. Alex, thank you for being on ETBU Extra today. Best to you and your Tigers this Saturday as you play Mary Hardin Baylor.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alex Shetter, the offensive center for the ETBU Tiger offense, been our guest here on ETBU Extra. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Tyler Sellers from the Office of Student Affairs here at ETBU. Before we do that, we want to talk about some news that came out from the American Southwest Conference this week. They have named the All-Conference in volleyball as well as soccer this week. I'm going to let Jason talk about the ETBU Tigers who made the All-Conference game from Tiger Soccer first.
Yeah, let's talk about the women first. They were fortunate enough to have 3 people make the all-conference team. Natalie Torres, the senior from Maybank. She has an interesting statistic, Mike. She has not missed a game her entire ETBU career. 64 games, 15 goals, 5 of those this year. She was able to make the second team all-conference team and had just finished up a great overall career at ETBU. On the other end of that, Christy Friend, a freshman defender from Pearland, Texas, she started every game for ETBU this year, captain of that defense that gave up 1.6 goals a game. And, as a freshman, she's able to make the third team all-conference. They were brought up also on third team with the goalie, Christina Salas, the junior out of College Station. She started every game in goal for ETBU and was 4th in the conference in saves at 82 on the season. So for women's soccer, 3 on the all-conference team this year, pretty good showing for them. For men, they had 3 as well, and they had one of the all-time great scorers in ETBU Tiger soccer history. Christian Garcia graduated this year. He finished the 6th all-time leading scorer with 31 goals on his career, played in 62 games as well. 10 goals this year, was tied for tops in the conference, so a great first team all-conference for Christian. He was joined by junior Gustavo Vasquez, who played in the defense. He started every game. Didn't score a lot of goals just because of the nature of his position. And he was joined by freshman J.D. Perales out of Kilgore, who's the goalie this year. Started in 12 games this year and a 1.41 goals against average and 47 saves. So those 3 Tigers were able to join the all-conference team.
Always love to see folks from Kilgore, Texas on the campus of ETBU, my hometown. Graduated back there in 1980. Matter of fact, had an opportunity to go there during the Senior Awards to give those scholarships to those kids. So glad to have him on our campus. Now we're going to talk about the ASC Volleyball All-Conference Awards that were handed out also earlier this week. Of course, the Lady Tiger season ended at the conference tournament last week on Saturday as they lost in the loser side of the bracket, trying to get to the top, but they were knocked out last weekend. But a great season for Lindsay Mash and her Lady Tigers as they finished 17-12, and they were recognized with some fine play on the court by the conference this year. First of all, 6 players earned all Southwest Conference awards in volleyball. Mallory Sanders and Adaisy Alano were both named to the first team and are on an all-ASC team for the 2nd year in a row. And on the 3rd team was Kayla Taylor, Colby Sharp, and Bailey Moore. And then Nicole Buzzard, she ended up with an honorable mention on the team this year. So congratulations to those 6 Lady Tigers being named to the ASC All-Conference team. All right, we continue here on ETBU Extra, live from CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas. Mike McGill along with Jason Souls. We've talked with Coach Joshua Ergel, head football coach at ETBU. One of the players, one of the